Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, kind of late, so happy day after Valentine's Day. I hope everyone had a blessed day, and I hope they continue to just have a blessed week this further week. And I can't wait to get into this. We're reading Exodus today. I think this is part 5, 6, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I can't wait to get into this, guys. This is going to be great stuff here. We just got to where the 10 Commandments are about to be said. Well, yeah. So we'll learn. We're in Exodus 20. Stopped at a perfect time last time at 20. Perfecto. You know what I'm saying? I hope everyone had a good week, and let's get into this. And God spoke all these words, saying, I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them nor serve them. For I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children to the third and fourth generations of those who hate me, but showing mercy to the thousands, to those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not take the name of the Lord in vain, for the Lord will hold him guiltless who take his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day and to keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath day of the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work, no you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your female servant, nor your cattle, nor your strangers who is within your gates. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. I don't know. Maybe I got that wrong. Anyways, honor your father and your mother, and your days may be long upon the land which is the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is in your neighbor's. The people afraid of God's presence is the next part, which is 18. Now all the people witnessed the thunderings, the lightning flashes, the sound of the trumpet, and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they trembled and stood afar off. Then they said to Moses, You speak with us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said to the people, Do not fear, for God has come to test you, that his fear may be before you, so that you may not sin. So the people stood afar off, but Moses drew near the thick darkness where God was. Then the Lord said to Moses, Thus you shall say to the children of Israel, You have seen that I have talked with you from heaven. You shall not make anything to be with me. Gods of silver or gods of gold you shall not make for yourselves. An altar of earth you shall make for me, and you shall sacrifice it, your burnt offerings and your peace offerings, your sheep and oxen, and every place where I record my name, I will come to you and I will bless you. And if you make me an altar of stone, you shall not build it of hewn stone, for if you use your tool on it, you have profaned it. Nor you shall go up by the steps to my altar, that your nakedness may not be exposed to it. Now, these are in the 21, by the way. Now these are the judgments which you shall set before them. If you buy a Hebrew servant, he shall serve 6 years, and in the seventh he shall go out free and pay nothing. If he comes in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he comes in married, then his wife shall go out with him. If his master has given him a wife, and she has borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. If the servant plainly says, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him to the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or the doorpost, and his master shall pierce his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. If a man sells his daughter to be a female slave, she shall not go out as the male slaves do. If she does not please her master, who has betrothed her to himself, then he shall let her be redeemed. He shall have no right to sell her to a foreign people, since he has dealt decently with her, and he has betrothed her to his son. He shall deal with her accordingly to the custom of daughters. If he takes another wife, he shall not diminish her food, her clothing, and her marriage rights. And if he does not do these three for her, then she shall go out free without paying money. He who strikes a man so that he dies shall surely be put to death. However, if he did not lie in wait, but God delivered him into his hand, I will appoint for you a place where he may flee. But if a man acts with premeditation against his neighbor to kill him by treachery, you shall take him from my altar that he may die. And he who strikes his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. He who kidnaps a man and sells him, or if he is found in his hand, shall surely be put to death. He who curses his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. If men contend with each other, and one strikes with the other with the stone or with his fist, he does not die, but is confined to his bed. If he rises again and walks outside with his staff, then he who struck him shall be acquitted. He shall only pay for the loss of his time, and shall provide for him to be thoroughly healed. And if a man beats his male or female servant with a rod so that he dies under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Notwithstanding, if he remains alive a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is his property. If men fight and hurt a woman with child, so that she gives birth prematurely, yet no harm follows, he shall surely be punished accordingly as the woman's husband imposes on him, and he shall surely pay as the judges determine. But if any harm follows, then you shall give life for life. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Burn for burn, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. If a man strikes that eye of his male or female servant and destroys it, he shall let him go free for the sake of his eye. And if he knocks out the tooth of his male or female servant, he shall let him go for the sake of his tooth, because I bet that would hurt a lot. If an ox gores a man or a woman to death, the ox shall surely be stoned, and its flesh shall not be eaten, but the owner of the ox shall be acquitted. But if the ox tended to thrust with its horn in times past, and it has been made known to his owner, and he has not kept it confined, so it has killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and its owner shall be put to death. Wow. If there is imposed on him a sum of money, then he shall pay to redeem his life, whatever is imposed on him. Whether it has gored a son or gored a daughter, according to this judgment, it shall be done with him. If the ox gores a male or female servant, he shall give their masters 30 shekels of silver, and the ox shall be stoned. If a man opens a pit, or if a man digs a pit and does not cover it, and the ox or donkey falls in it, the owner of the pit shall make it good. He shall give money to the owner, but the dead animal shall be his. If one man's ox hurts another's so that it dies, they shall sell the ox and divide the money from it, and the dead ox they shall also divide. And if it was known that the ox tended to thrust and passed, and its owner has not kept it confined, he shall surely pay ox for ox, and the dead animal shall be his own. 22. If a man steals an ox or a sheep and slaughters it or sells it, he shall restore 5 oxen for an ox and 4 sheep for a sheep. If the thief is found breaking in, and he is struck so that he dies, there shall be no guilt for his bloodshed. If the sun has risen on him, there shall be guilt for his bloodshed. He should make full restoration. If he has nothing, then he shall be sold for his theft. If the theft is certainly found alive in his hand, whether the ox or donkey or sheep, he shall restore double. If a man causes the field or vineyard to be grazed, and lets loose his animal, and it feeds in another man's field, he shall make restitution from the best of his own field and the best of his own vineyard. If fire breaks out and catches in thorns, so that standing grain, or the field is consumed, he who kindled the fire shall surely make restitution. If a man delivers to his neighbor money or articles to keep, and it is stolen out of a man's house, if the thief is found, he shall pay double. If the thief is not found, then the master of the house shall be brought to the judges to see whether he has put his hand into the neighbor's goods. For any kind of trespass, whether it concerns an oxen, donkey, a sheep, or clothing, or any kind of lost thing which is another claims to be his, the cause of both parties shall come before the judges, and whomever the judges condemn shall pay double to his neighbor. If a man delivers to his neighbor a donkey, an ox, a sheep, or any animal to keep, and it dies, is hurt, or driven away, no one seeing it, then the oath of the Lord shall be between them both, and he has put his hand into the neighbor's goods, and the owner of it shall accept that, and he shall not make it good. But if, in fact, it is stolen from him, he shall make restitution to the owner of it. If it is torn to pieces by a beast, then he shall bring it as evidence, then he shall not make good what was torn. If a man borrows anything from his neighbor and it becomes injured or dies, the owner of it not being with it, he shall surely make it good. If its owner was with it, he shall not make it good, for it was hired, it came for its hire. If man entices a virgin who is not betrothed and lies with her, he shall surely pay the bride price for her to be his wife. If her father utterly refuses to give her to him, he shall surely pay money according to the bride price of virgins. You shall not permit a sorceress to live. I probably got that wrong. Whoever lies with an animal shall surely be put to death. He who sacrifices to any god except the Lord only, he shall be utterly destroyed. You shall neither mistreat a stranger nor oppress him, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. You shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child. If you afflict them in any way, and they cry at all to me, I will surely hear their cry, and my wrath will be hot, and I will kill you with the sword. Your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. If you lend money of any of my people who are poor among you, you shall not be like a money lender to him. You shall not charge him interest. If you ever take your neighbor's garment as a pledge, you shall return it to him before the sun goes down, for it is only covering, it is his garment for his skin. What will he sleep in? And it will be that when he cries to me, I will hear, for I am gracious. You shall not revile God, nor curse a ruler of your people. You shall not delay to offer the first of your ripe produce and your juices. The firstborn of your sons you shall give to me. Likewise you shall do with your oxen and your sheep. It shall be when its mother 7 days. On the 8th day you shall give it to me. Then you shall be holy men to me. You shall not eat meat torn by beasts in the field. You shall throw it to the dogs. You shall not circulate a false report, nor put your hand with wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Essentially saying, like, don't go around telling lies, is what I got from that. You shall not follow a crowd to do evil, nor shall you testify in dispute so as to turn aside after many to pervert justice. You shall not show partiality to a poor man in his dispute. If you meet your enemy's ox or his donkey going astray, you shall surely bring it back to him again. If you see a donkey of one who hates you lying under its burden, you would refrain from helping it, you shall surely help him with it. You shall not pervert the judgment of your poor in his dispute. Keep yourself far from false matter. Do not kill the innocent and righteous, for I will not justify the wicked. And you shall take no bribe, for a bribe blinds the... I'm running out of starch. But we're going to try and get through this as fast as possible to where I can get to a stopping point and, continue on. I'm really trying to do this storage thing. I'm sorry. But we'll start back on 8. And you shall take no bribe, for a bribe blinds the discernings and perverts the words of the righteous. Also you shall not oppress a stranger, for you know the heart of a stranger, because you were strangers in the land of Egypt. 6 years you shall sow your land and gather it in its produce. But the 7th year you shall let it rest and lie fallow, that the poor of your people may eat, and what they leave the beasts of the field may eat. In the manner you shall do with your vineyard and your olive garden. 6 days you shall do your work, and on the 7th day you shall rest, and your ox and your donkey may rest, and the son of your female servant, and the stranger may be refreshed. And in all that I have said to you, be circumspect, and make no mention of the name of other gods, nor let it be heard from your mouth. 3 times you shall keep a feast to me in the year. You shall keep the feast of unleavened bread. You shall eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded you at the time appointed in the month of Abib. For it is you came out of Egypt, none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of the harvest, the first fruits of your labors, which you have sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering at the end of the year, when you have gathered in the fruit of your labors from the field. 3 times in the year all of your males shall appear before the Lord God. You shall not offer blood of my sacrifice with unleavened bread, nor shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until morning. The first of the first fruits of your land shall bring into the house of the Lord your God. You shall not boil a young goat in its mother's milk. Behold, I send an angel before you to keep you in the way and to bring you into the place which I prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Do not provoke him, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. But if you indeed obey his voice and do as I speak, then I will be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. For my angel will go before you and bring you to the Amorites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Canaanites and the Hivites and the Jubilees, and I will cut them off. You shall not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do according to their works. You shall utterly overthrow them and completely break down their sacred pillars. So you shall serve the Lord your God, and he will bless your bread and your water, and I will take your sickness away from the midst of you. No one shall suffer miscarriage or be barren in your land. I will fulfill the number of your days. I will send my fear before you, and I will cause confusion among all the people to whom you come, and I will make all your enemies turn their backs to you, and I will send hornets before you, and you shall drive out the Hivites, the Canaanites, the Hittites from before you. I will not drive them out from before you in 1 year, lest the land become desolate and the beasts of the field become too numerous for you. Little by little I will drive them out from before you until you have increased and you inherit the land. I will set your bounds from the Red Sea to the sea Philistia. From the desert to the river, I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and you shall drive them out before you. You shall make no covenant with them nor their gods. They shall not dwell in your land, lest they make you sin against me. For if you serve their gods, I will surely be a snare to you. Now he says to Moses, 24 by the way, now he says to Moses, come up to the Lord, you and Aaron, Nadab, and Abu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship from afar. And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but they shall not come near, nor shall the people go up with him. So Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which the Lord has said we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and he rose early in the morning and built an altar at the foot of the mountain, and the 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sent the young men of the children of Israel, who offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen to the Lord. And Moses took half the blood and put it in basins, and half the blood he sprinkled on the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read in the hearing of the people, and they said, all that the Lord has said we will do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood, sprinkled it on the people, and said, this is the blood of the covenant which the Lord has made with you according to all these words. Then Moses went up, also Aaron, Nadab, and Abinu, and 70 of the elders of Israel. And they saw the God of Israel, and there was under his feet as it were a paved work of sapphire stone, and it's like the very heavens in its clarity. But on the nobles of the children of Israel he did not lay his hand, nor they saw God, and they ate and drank. Then the Lord said to Moses, Come up to me on the mountain and be there, and I will give you tablets of stone, and the law and the commandments which I have written on them you may teach them. So Moses arose with his assistant Joshua, and Moses went up to the mountain of God, and he said to the elders, wait here for us until we come back to you. Indeed, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man has difficulty, let him go to them. Then Moses went up to the mountain, and a cloud covered the mountain. Now the glory of the Lord rested on Mount Sinai, and the Lord covered it 6 days, and on the 7th day he called to Moses out of the midst of the cloud. The sight of the glory of the Lord was like consuming fire on top of the mountain in the eyes of the children of Israel. So Moses went into the midst of the cloud and went up into the mountain, and Moses was on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. You know what else is 40 days and 40 nights? I don't want to be wrong. But no, I could be right. Hold on. Come into the ark. Just know it according to the Lord and commanded him. I was 600 years old. 40 days and 40 nights. Yeah, bam! I knew it. Genesis 7. 7 number 4 says it rained 40 days and 40 nights. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. But yes, we'll stop at 25, and I think it's not that much to get through. Maybe 1 or 2 more episodes, depending on my storage. So what I keep having to do is essentially I keep doing the videos, right? I keep, I keep uploading the videos, and then I keep having to go back, delete the old one, and then it's just like I'm having to do a lot to try and keep this going. I have a thing to do storage. I just don't understand how to do it too much, and then I still have to like, I don't know. I gotta figure some stuff out. I'm trying. So I'm sorry for the short videos, but no matter what, we're gonna continue to read. If they get shorter and shorter at this point, as long as we get through, we'll get through it eventually. You know, we're gonna get through this, whether they're long videos, short videos. I promise. We will get through this, and we're getting through it. We're almost done with the second book of it. I think that's what each of them are called. Book. I think, right? Yeah. I don't know. That's just what I'm gonna call it. Until I go on my phone after this, and then I'm gonna look it up, and then I'm like, oh, if it's not book. But yes. I appreciate everyone for keep showing up. I hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day and then just had a great week. I hope you guys continue to have a great and blessed week. Make sure to pray. Continue to always pray, always rejoice. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Or, you know, if you're just like, hey Mario, how's it going? You could do that as well. I mean, I'll say hi back, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know how to respond. Like, thank you, you know? But then I'm like, I don't know. I'm new to this. But yes, I appreciate everyone for showing up. Yeah. Have a great Sunday. And, yeah. Latest, Gator.